What up, people? Your boy, Dr. Danny Pham here. Got my man, Chris Tatarian, per usual.
How's it going, everybody?
Boom. Zero Loyalty, the Alfred to the Batman, always in the back, doing the work so I could just talk shit all day. Today's match, I think this is the first like zoning type match, well, remotely zoning in Street Fighter V that we've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys don't know him, I mean, he's like pretty much the guy. It's him and Piano, right? We got Zaferino. What's up, Zaf? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, my brother. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys. What's going on to all the viewers? Appreciate everybody.
And his opponent today, man, the Sakura of the East. You know, we got Chris CCH over here who's been putting in work, but we got the Sakura of the East. And like, honestly, at first I was like, I kind of peeped some of his like shit, like on like when he joins the Reddit tournaments. But you know, in my head, I'm like, okay, another like online dude. But then the more I watch him, dude's sick. The dude's sick. So yeah, we got Spaceboy against Zaferino. How you doing, Spaceboy? Stevie, I should say.
I'm great. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm really glad you guys decided to join. This is, like I said, this is gonna be the first like kind of zoning match we have, because I mean,
I haven't seen this matchup actually much in the game, and like, you know, Danny and I were discussing it as well, and we were thinking that it was going to be zoning based, but it could also just be one of those situations where Sakura could just charge up her fireball and get in Sagat space. So
yeah, like
we're excited to see where this matchup is going to go.
Yes, 100%. So I know you guys might have watched, or you guys haven't been on before, but basically you guys are each allowed one heat check. That's a mental reset that allows you to go back to character select. So each of you guys are able to do one. Okay, so just let me know which one of you guys redeem it, and then we'll start a 2-minute timer for you guys to kind of mentally reset. You guys get one each, and this is going to be a first to 10. But in the situation, this ties at 9-9, it becomes a win by 2 format. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions?
Let's get it.
Okay, perfect.
All right, sounds good.
Wait. How many fireballs do you want me to throw?
Dude, 10 million.
I need to see a high fight clip of you literally throwing 20 in a fast forward clip again.
Okay,
that is all I need. All right, have a good match, boys.
All right, appreciate it.
Good luck, guys.
All right, perfect. Okay, so Spaceboy against Zaferino. So the fight card, Zaferino, obviously the strength is space. I mean, I feel like a lot of these strengths are going to be conducive to their character anyways, right? But an interesting trait of Zaferino is self-awareness. And the reason why I think self-awareness is super important, especially in the first 10, is that you got to be able to identify what your opponent is exposing. You know what I mean? To be able to switch gears. Because I think a huge downfall of a long set is that you don't have enough self-awareness to know what you're doing wrong, and you go autopilot. But Zaferino, I mean, his Zaf vlogs are fucking dope. He's very self-aware on his own flaws, so I think that's a huge trait in a first to 10. Spaceboy, obviously, the stagger pressure is sick, confirms with punishing. But I think what I like most about Spaceboy is honestly the stagger pressure. From what I've seen, like Sakura has one of the best pseudo throw loops in the fucking game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been fucking dope to see. But what are your thoughts from what you've seen of these two players?
So I've known Zaf for a very long time. I mean, since the Street Fighter 4 days, and he's always been somebody that tries to play by the book. Like, he's somebody that studies players very, very deeply, and he studies the game. And I like that about Zaf. He has the work ethic of a madman, and I respect that when I see it, you know. So with a player like Zaf, he's not going to get caught off guard very easily. I've seen him do crosscut DPs in the deadliest of situations, just be ready for shit when other people wouldn't be ready. So Zaf has that composure. He also has a lot of knowledge of the game. So I'm very excited to see what he's gonna do. And like you said, like his spacing, his zoning, his self-awareness, it's just he's a very, very strong player. And I just like watching his Sagat, man. I really like watching his Sagat in this game. And for Spaceboy, somebody that's new to me as well. You know, I haven't really seen much of him before, but lately I've been seeing more clips of him on Twitter and like High Fight and all of that. And most definitely, I mean, this guy is turning out to be the East Coast Sakura, and he's holding it down over there. You know, he's very, very skilled. He knows his shit. I'm excited to see what he can pull out with Sakura, maybe something that we haven't seen, and I'm excited to just see how the matchup is going to go, what the flow of the matchup is going to be, you know?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a game of like Zaferino gets full screen. Okay, Spaceboy charges the fireball, but for the most part, going to probably be dancing in that like jump a fireball range.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But then the zoning game starts when Spaceboy activates his V trigger 1. He gets a 2-hit fireball, or he could charge it up. But then that's essentially like Guile's V skill, right? The Sonic Blade. Right. So Sakura has that option. So she's going to be able to charge it and then walk with it, or maybe jump over a fireball with it, and kind of have that kind of shielding him. So that's going to be really fucking dope.
We're going to see how Zaferino protects himself from that approach as well. You know, definitely going to see the decisions that he takes in neutral, so that way he could, maybe we might see some jump-ins on Zaf, because he might try to bait that charge. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. You know, Zaferino definitely, he likes to jump if he has that read, and Sakura has a really strong jump in, and Sagat being a tall character just makes it harder for Zaferino to stay focused on the air, but also play a very sound fireball game. Sakura has a better jump in, so he has to be way more aware, and that self-awareness has to kick in.
I agree. All right. Okay. I think that's a pretty decent analysis of what to look for. So
yeah, for sure.
Let's see if this plays out.
Let's see, who do you think might take this one though? We always get a first to 10 prediction.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I know everyone always says that, but I really I don't know.
I got my boy Zaf on this.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Zaf. I mean, I want the Street Fighter 4 character to win.
Yeah,
I want the only Street Fighter 4 character to win, bro.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, I mean, I don't know. I think Street Fighter 4 Sagat was way sicker than Street Fighter 5 Sagat. Like, the swag that Bonchan had with Street Fighter 4 Sagat was just... It was
the closest thing to Street Fighter 4 character, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. At least with the approach. And we got a V trigger 1, V skill 1 for Zaf, and V trigger 1, V skill 2. I was assuming he was going to go V skill 2. Maybe he could go under fireballs.
Oh, wait. He didn't do V skill 2, or he did V skill 2?
He did V skill 2 with V trigger 1.
Oh, so V skill 2 is sick. Any crush counter in neutral, he gets oh, here it is. Here it is.
There it is, Daddy.
What's the game? What's the game?
We gotta jump it.
Oh, you want to be in the corner? Okay. Oh, he jumped in.
Oh, you go.
There it is, the 2-hitting fireball. Pressuring.
Nice.
Slick. Oh, with the escape, so slick. Now Zaf has a full screen to work with. He doesn't really care. Oh.
Yeah, he has a lot of life right now. You got to be willing to take the throw, but he actually gets caught pressing a button.
Oh, that was
the delay.
I got hit. I got hit. So, was he baiting?
Oh, I would expect Zaf to block that.
Oh, that was sick. So, Sakura's throw loop pressure, or pseudo throw loop pressure, is really, really good. Spaceboy knows that Zaf knows, so goes in for a crouch fierce counter hit.
Yeah, look at these DPs,
bro. You gotta have them. You play this character, you got cross cut, delay cross cut. You gotta have all of it.
Right.
Oh my god.
So we're seeing Spaceboy do a lot of walk up delay, standing fierce into the fireball. We also saw him follow up a fireball with a delay button. So I want to see if he switches it up to a throw next time.
That micro exchange right there of knowing that the EX fireball from Zaf was going to neutralize one and make Spaceboy block one, and he just charged up the Angry Star. That's like, those little things add up. So now the DP is going to hurt if this guy jumps.
Oh, yeah. Catches Zaf actually kind of escape.
It's so good.
It is, man. I'm surprised Zaf actually...
You got to. So another interesting meta to this. Ooh, excellent anti-air.
It's going to happen. Oh, activate.
Oh, don't do
it. Wait, that's game. But he didn't even the one time where he would anti-air.
Was that a counter to the hurricane kick? Or was that a counter to the usual timing on DP? Is that why he did hurricane kick?
I don't know. I mean, it might be. I know with Ken I can do that as well, where I can fuck up a DP.
You know what an interesting psychology is? I think Zaferino, I think if he charges the Angry Scar, it's like a psychological thing. It's like representing, like, if you jump, it's about to fucking hurt, you know? So maybe you can think less about the anti-air once you have that charged up, because you're threatening it, right?
Good point.
Oh my god. Nice flip punish.
The delay!
Bro, these fucking frame traps are clean! No DP.
You gotta zone him out, dog.
Dude, these close range fireballs are so sick!
What a block!
Butt puncher. Stand light kick. Stand light kick wins. Spit like kick wins, bro. Oh, dude, oh, I have no words. I'm just watching. I'm just a fan right now. I'm just a fan. Oh, you got the double hit. Oh, dash. Three hits.
Oh! That's what we're talking about.
Ooh, see, this is why I made this match. We needed something a little more slow. That butt clenching, like Nixon wins, no shit. Like, oh, let's go, let's fucking go.
My ass was clenched.
Oh my god, I felt nervous for him.
I like it. What a great match.
Yeah, like
started off.
Like, decent balance of like, you know, when they're in, but then like when they both decide to slow down the pace, it's like
slow.
Yeah, it's really refreshing, is what it is, you know.
Yeah. I like seeing these fireballs clash.
Ooh. That was a slick empty jump to beat the crouch fierce.
And we've seen a couple of empty jumps from Zaferino work.
Oh, no confirm on that? Huge jump in, huge. Throw doesn't dizzy yet. He could take one. Ooh, he should have took it.
And that was good recognition from Spaceboy. The previous time, Zaferino also teched, so
yeah,
he wanted to test that one more time.
Wake up, low forward. Okay. Oh, an angry star. Don't jump. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is hard.
Yeah, this is hard. That B trigger isn't only really good. Hold on. That B trigger isn't only really good pressure, but it's the anti-fireball too, right? It boosts your zoning game so much, and it's a 2-bar.
Wow!
Excuse me?
Did we just see that? Did we just see that?
Yo, that was sick. That's on some samurai shit. Cool. That's huge.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Take notes.
Oh, don't jump in on me.
Nice jump in and close the gap. That was a really smart jump from Zaferino.
Oh my god, please stop jumping.
Yeah, take the throw on that.
Yeah, you gotta feel pretty good at your zap right now, right? Just chilling. Yeah, now you don't got V trigger. You're not gonna get it back. My fireball game is superior. Look.
And
he's about to walk up. He's about to do it again, bro. He's about to do it again. Oh, really smart check. Oh, he found the one.
He tried to DP or something. Wow.
So the psychology there is, you know, anyone could be like, oh, he just mashed DP, but he understands that Spaceboy needs to make something happen, right? He needs to make something happen.
Yes. And it would take more mental fortitude for him to just want to wait for the next opportunity rather than dealing with the 50.
So what Spaceboy was saying there was saying like, hey, I want to bet that you won't take the extra level of stress to do this DP. And I was like, you know what? I got it.
And that was an even better DP in my opinion from Zaferino. The fact that hit. Wow, bad mistake.
Nice. Ooh, let's go. No trigger.
Bad situation.
Don't jump.
Ooh. We got an even match.
Dude, these fireball juggles into fucking light punch DP is so sick. Or medium punch DP. Nice sweep. The readiness. He has one EX escape. Yeah, dude. It's so crazy that so your goal in this match, right, is like you're trying to close the gap, but then a really good zoner will recognize the situations like just right outside of your poke range. He'll start throwing fireballs, point like unreactable, right?
Yeah.
And then it forces you to commit to such an early jump that's uneasy to pick, because usually when you're in your poke range, you want to throw your pokes, right? But then the fireball just fucking clips you.
Right, makes you more anxious to want to jump.
Yeah. So exactly. So then like once see that this range right here, ooh, it's like safe jump. So there's like decent like jump ranges for the fireball, but once you get a little closer, it's like a mix-up because you can't react to the fireball. That's
okay, we got an activate.
Nice.
Not much damage on that, but definitely gains a little ground.
Oh,
wow.
That's gonna hurt. Oh, juicy.
That was definitely juicy.
Look at that. Confirm? Oh, nothing up there.
Good block on Zaferino. That time he definitely gets clipped. Gotta hold it.
Oh.
Wow, that extra delay. That's
the delay. Slick.
Very slick from Spaceboy. Let's be ready with the jump in at the start of the round. Nice delay, crouch short, crouch jab, confirm it.
Ooh.
dominating.
That roundhouse was specifically for that fireball. Plus. Get out of the corner. Yep.
Got a little greedy right there. Got clipped with the crush counter. Nice jump. I don't know about that meter usage, though.
Let's go, baby.
I would think that you would want to have at least one starting this round. And see, already a little bit more reserved. You got to hold the incoming pressure. Wow, bad sweep.
Zaf just earned a little bit of space back.
Wow, the delay on that works again.
Talk to me. Oh, just outside of range. Nice anti-air. So Sakura has 2 anti-air options. You're mostly going to see the crouch fierce, but at like outside tip range, light punch DP also anti-airs.
I'm very surprised that Spaceboy put himself in the corner right there.
See, at this range, you can't jump. Right there, see? Like I said, you can't jump there. So you got to work your way in. But then once you get in a little bit closer where your pokes kind of work, the fireballs are unreactable. So you got to get close enough to where your pokes are good to threaten the poke, and you got to commit to a jump sometimes. It's crazy.
Spaceboy has relied on the delays almost every single time that he's getting in. Like, we haven't really seen a Sakura fake. You know, we haven't really seen him throw Zaf. And to be honest, it's been working a lot with catching Zaf whiffing a throw. And also Zaf is pressing buttons still as he's been getting countered it, so I don't understand it, but I feel like maybe if he throws, his offense could open up a little bit more.
Oh my god, 2 jump-ins as Sagat? Ooh, good check.
Yeah, that's a confident jump in.
That was a confident crouch short. So in this game, obviously, you know, tech get blown up by shimmies a lot, but actually I think Punk was the one that kind of said it like a while ago. He goes, it sounds scrubby, but like knowing when to jab is really important in this game.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, if you do delay tech all the time, you're gonna get blown up, but understanding when to use your short or jab just to break the pressure, right? Because the difference between like next hit stun and you press a short and then they have to reset and kind of earn a hit, that gives you enough time, a little more breathing room, a little more oxygen for your stun to go down, you know? Then instead of that momentum pressure of like, is this shimmy or not? If you just get one jab in just to stop it for a little bit, it gives you some breathing room psychologically.
Absolutely. And psychologically, he's had a lot of DPs go in his favor. And see, now Zaferino's starting to block Spaceboy's offense because it's just been those delay buttons.
Bro, Zaf is like, he's so far ahead of the zoning game now, and if you're a zoner and you've only had to create 1 obstacle course, oh my god, you got like 3 more ready for this fucker, you know? The previous thing was like, no more obstacle course, I'm gonna jump, that's the new course, I'm jumping now.
Every single match so far has gone down to the last round with Zaferino clutching it out every single match. I wonder what's happening to Spaceboy whenever it's the last round, you know? Maybe he's making a lot of bad decisions. Oh, see, like that was that could have killed if he supered.
Yeah, he could have. That would have been hot. That would have been hot. Oh, I thought the fireball was gonna hit.
Ooh. About to be in chip range. Yeah, he's in chip range now.
You gotta charge a fireball. Yep. But then he just okay. Get some space back.
Oh, you gotta get in.
Oh, I thought he was gonna DP through it. Watch out. Oh my god. He has EX. He has EX. Spaceboy has to be worried. All right, that's 1. No chip. Chips out. Chips out. Now we gotta earn it. Now you gotta earn it.
No! Oh, why would he do that?
What?
That Tatsu was so bad.
Wasn't that negative? Why the fuck did...
Negative, and then he pressed the button afterwards.
Oh, bro, he didn't even have DP. What was that? He didn't even have DP.
Oh my god.
What was that threat? What was that threat?
I don't know why he would take the risk like that.
-2 into press button with no DP. I mean, if you had DP, I can understand because like you put him in the next hit win.
50.
Oh.
Yeah, the next one.
Bro, the board grab is so good.
Oh, these fireballs are very confident because this boy's gotten away with so many jump-ins already. That's game.
Oh, he has full skull dead.
Every time. Every time Zaferino's just clutching it at the last round. 4 matches in a row. Last round every match.
What I've noticed is that I think Spaceboy's activations have been like completely neutralized because he's been needing it just to keep up in the zoning game. He hasn't been able to use it for pressure like at all.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's been using him like when Zaferino's throwing EX fireballs as well, and he's using them to cancel it out.
Yeah, that's very slick. Very slick.
Okay, you gotta jump in.
Okay.
Nice interrupt.
Spaceboy needs a win here, like psychologically. You don't want to be down 5-0, you know?
It's hard to lose these matches the way he's losing it as well, because you're so close every time, and it just defeats your brain.
Yeah, just feel so defeated. But, you know, in this game, it's one round, you know, one whiff punish, one round, one match at a time. You know, you can't be thinking about being down this much, or else you're gonna ruin the current round. Live in the moment, you know?
Yeah, you gotta take it one round at a time. You can always make a comeback. Always.
Especially in Street Fighter 5, like, come on, bro. You gotta have a little bit of confidence going into this, right? Nice.
There we go, that's game. Good
I like the always spend it. Always spend it.
Yeah.
Never in this game, you always spend it.
Yeah, especially if you have less than 35% life, or if you have around 35% life.
What's the confirm off low forward for Sakura? Is it life punch DP?
It would be a medium DP.
Medium.
Wow, what a deep.
So Spaceboy tried to do a slick cross up, just testing if the crosscut was ready, and Zaf just beyond ready. Try hard mode is activated. Let's go, baby.
Somebody in the chat said you could do heavy DP with Sakura off of low forward. I didn't know that. That's kind of OD.
Oh, that doesn't go through. Yeah,
Nice.
corner. Oh my god!
Such a nice
Block
DP.
one DP? Like, yo, you want that frame trap again? You want that slick fierce into fireball? I got those. Corner carry, let's go. Dash. Ooh. So one thing I have noticed, I mean, like, whatever you make decisions on in Oki, there's not too much to analyze, but I feel like Spaceboy's pressure has been more or less the same. Like, crouch fierce, delay fireball, right? Crouch fierce, delay fireball. And it's hit like twice, but I think he needs to represent the throw a little more, just to threaten it.
Yeah.
You need, because I think in a first to 10, it's all about building the narrative, right? Like, whatever you do now is going to compile towards the end result. So, you know, if something doesn't hit, just understand that it's building the potential narrative for the next round, next match. 5 games down, you got to think about it.
We're seeing Spaceboy turn into a very, like, defensive.
Come on, Spaceboy. You need this, bro. You need this, bro.
Wow!
Let's go. He challenged Fireball.
I'm surprised Zaf didn't just activate into V trigger so he could at least equal up the life.
Yeah.
You know,
Here,
at least
I noticed that too.
I would have immediately tried to activate in that situation.
Whew. All right.
But you're right about Spaceboy. Yeah, we were talking about that. He needs to open up his offense a little bit more. And the reason why we say that as well is if you've been paying attention to Zaferino's defensive decisions, he's gotten most of his defensive decisions correctly as Spaceboy's try to approach him, whether it's a delay, crouching short jab into DP, or an EX DP, or, you know, teching the throw. He's getting a little bit more knowledge on how Spaceboy's approaching, and his defensive choices have been good for the most part in the past 3 matches.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially in the first and 10 format. Oh, hold on. Ooh,
unnecessary way to get hit right there from Spaceboy.
In the first and 10, you got to prove to your opponent that you're varying your rotations, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes on defense, like it's worth it just to do some squirrely shit, just to have them thinking, second guessing on offense, you know?
Especially when the rock speed is so fast, when her glide speed is so fast with Sakura. You have to have some weird movements on a character that plays
like that, right
slow.
Just represent that shit. Just represent. Yeah. If it doesn't work here and there, that's fine. You got 10 games. You're trying to write the entire 10-game story. It's not about this match. It's not about the next. It's about the entire kind of continuum of it. Okay. I like that he went for grab just to represent it.
Oh. Trip side switch. Yeah, helps him out. Nice.
Bro. Zaps, anti-airs. Oh my god. When you get anti-aired by Sagat, you just feel like a fucking idiot.
Wow.
Oh, is he dead?
No, he's dead. He's dead. That was a super, bro.
That was fucking slick. Let's go, baby.
I feel like Spaceboy hasn't caught he hasn't had the recognition that Zaferino is willing to throw the V-trigger fireball in neutral or after a button, and we've seen Spaceboy get clipped multiple times now.
Oh, I don't know, man. As of recently, a common trend I've noticed is no one's taking a heat check, right? Because like the heat check isn't all good, right? Like psychologically, like you're giving your opponent a little bit of an edge, like, fuck, you got me, right? You
Absolutely.
got me. But then in a game where you need a healthy ego to welcome a loss and improve, I mean, there is probably a huge benefit of like, fuck it, I don't care what you think. Like, I need to reset myself. This isn't about you getting something over me. It's me getting over myself, right?
Yeah, and there's no shame in that. Whenever we do that at tournaments, you know, we take a second to breathe and think about what just happened.
Yeah.
Because you'd be surprised at like just what changing the momentum could do to you and to the opponent.
Right there, what I talked about earlier, knowing when to jab check. Zaferino did a delay jab after one block and just into activate, right? Because like anytime someone shimmies you, they're not blocking, right? They're stealing multiple turns to make you tech. So
they're not low blocking, yeah.
Yeah, they're not low blocking. They're not doing anything. They're using their plus frames as like bearing the fangs. I'm like, oh, you can eat big damage, but in reality, you can just jab them. Oh my god!
But like you said before, it's knowing
he
when
hasn't
to
baited
jab.
one GP. He hasn't baited one GP yet. Zaf has been so on point with it.
I feel like Spaceboy just hasn't given Zaf a reason to be uncomfortable in the neutral as much, you know?
Yeah.
We still see Zaf taking some nice risks. He's feeling confident when he's playing a neutral.
All right, oh, here it is. This is what I like. This is what I like. Nice. Yeah, force Zaf to backdash. Force him to be a little more antsy.
What a DP.
Yeah, I think he was smelling EX. Yep, there's the EX fireball.
Wow, that would have been a nice neutral jump catching the whip throw.
Oh
Nice.
my god. Was that 2 meters?
Yeah, 2 meters. That EX fireball gave him enough recovery time.
Yeah,
to
very slick. Good. That was a huge bait. Spent 2 bars to guarantee the jump. I like it. See this range right here? You gotta commit to a jump because he'll do like the close fire. Yeah, right there. He'll do the close fireball.
Good call out on that one.
Yeah, you gotta jump there. Like you threaten with your poke range to make him want to counter poke with a fireball, then you jump.
What a delay. What a decision for Zaferino to actually dash forward and delay a button when Spaceboy has the advantage on the screen.
I have a lot of experience getting in on zoners playing Zangief. It's fucking, it's like half of my brain at this point. The psychology on getting in on a zoner.
Wow, we see Spaceboy taking a risk with throwing an air fireball, but using...
If you notice, Spaceboy isn't really throwing too many fireballs. Oh, now he is. But before, he was trying to save it, just trying to save it for offense, but Zaf was just overwhelming him. Oh.
Again, the delay does not work, and because it didn't work,
you're dead.
See, that's beautiful right there from Zaferino. Because the delay fierce into the fireball didn't work, Zaferino could smell that Spaceboy was wanting to rush down, so he was ready for that jump in. He knew he had life lead. This person, my opponent, is displaying signs of antsiness, so I'm just going to be extra ready for that jump in. And he's already in the Tiger Scar. That was such a mental hit to Spaceboy. A good way to clutch it out from Zaferino. That's how you have mental fortitude, to recognize that shit in a situation like that.
Oh,
a good trade-off for Zaferino, yeah.
This is really nice corner carry. Now you're in the corner, right? Now you have all this space. Make him fight back. Nice
Good.
confirm.
Yeah.
Dude, these juggle confirms are like, okay, finally finds the shimmy. Nice, dizzy.
God, that did a lot of stun.
Yeah,
Good round. Good round. Very good jumping.
And like when he gets the angry scar, like it's kind of like having an SPD and not doing it and just doing meaties a lot. I feel like when Zaf has his angry scar up, he throws more fireballs because right there, since it's up, it's like now you really can't jump. If you jump, it's gonna fucking hurt.
You see how Zaf delayed that EX fireball right there, so that way the first one could cancel it out, and Spaceboy would have to be forced to block it. I was sick. I was actually sick.
Dude, this is so slick. Look at
this fireball game has got like.
Go. See the angry scar. When you have angry scar, you can just don't do that.
And he's placing these fireballs so well.
That was such a don't jump.
Okay, good round from
They're waking up. They're waking up. Oh my god, delay back grab. Messed up his setup.
Wow, exactly what Spaceboy needed with a lot of damage.
Come on, Spaceboy. Yo, DP. Oh my god, messed up his meaty. Wake up jab. You get full screen pushed here. Do not jump. Do not jump.
Oh my god. Dog. That did damage.
That trigger is so sick.
Wow.
That trigger is sick.
You see another example. Zap
Right
just
there.
doing the V trigger in neutral and Spaceboy getting clipped by it.
Zaferino starting the round with a jump forward, takes 30%. Okay, no, not even life lead. Ooh, that was the Timmy who was baiting the whole time. Now Zap's
Wow, the first block DP.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, what was that? Was that a mess up DP?
Oh.
Now Zap has full screen. Full screen. Oh,
No,
yeah.
you gotta walk and block. You gotta walk and block. Make it right.
I feel Spaceboy's pain right now. You gotta chase his zoner full screen. Like, fuck, dude. The longest walk ever. Okay, decent space. He's past the red line. It's about 75% to the corner. He's almost there. 2 steps back. See, Zap smells it. Ooh. Chill. Spaceboy has trigger.
No, Zap! I wouldn't expect that from him.
Oh, for real. But you know what? I like it because I feel like if he hit that noggin overhead, that would have been the set. Like that would have been like what that would have represented if he got hit with that slow ass fucking overhead from the 1980s.
Yeah.
Would have been like, oh, you're done. You're fucking done. And you know, you're up 4 games, so fuck it.
Wow. What a damn, these matches have been godlike.
Yeah, this match is godlike. Nice.
What a jump in though from Zaferino that pass round.
Counter confirmed, let's go! Go jump! I thought that was gonna be TP for sure. Goes for a buffer, misses. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Really good air there. Now he
Yeah,
has
this
corner
time
pressure.
it stayed on the same side.
Dude.
Zap got clipped with the medium punch, but Spaceboy didn't actually convert from that.
Zap needs a meter. Zap's about to build 1 meter, and he's probably gonna EX to get his way out. Or does he save it for a DP, right?
That was a nice dash on the whip.
What?
Stand
The
fierce.
buffer light kick? Oh my god. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. There it is.
Wow, the delay crouch short in
Delay.
case Zaferino did a wake up EXDP, that delay would have worked.
Damn, I think Zaferino did delay jab there. No, got clipped. Corner
Okay.
carry? No? There you go.
Nice, there we go. Incorporate the throw
Right
inside of the mix
You
up.
gotta threaten it. You gotta threaten it. You can't always go for shimmy, you know. If they know you're gonna try to bet big on every shimmy, like wow, the awareness, the awareness on the spacing of the fireball was negative enough for the light kick buffer into DP. All right, now you gotta guess. Woo! All right. Zap has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, see, we don't want to be doing things like that. You just want to walk and block here.
Yeah, I think an issue in Street Fighter V is getting too thirsty to go for the jugular, and you might regret it. You might regret it.
He's throwing fireballs, bro.
No.
What are you doing, bro? Just block.
This ain't happening. This ain't happening. I don't believe it. I don't believe. There it is. All right. Thank God, Space.
He just had to block. You had 90% life.
90% life, just fucking hurricane kick. Oh my God. I
Puts himself in a -2 that could have gotten back thrown.
Yeah, into full fucking screen. Like, oh, trying to fucking play Super Mario Bros. Yes. You gotta go through the fucking obstacle course.
Yeah.
Round 1.
No one gives a fuck about no heat checking this bitch. Oh.
Wow, and another huge jump from Spaceboy.
Oh my God. The
Disrespect.
hard punch. Dude.
Oh, you don't want that to happen.
Nasty. Oh, smelled it. He saw Spaceboy had a meter and wanted to maybe activate.
Oh, wow. Look at that movement, bro. This
Dash
character's movement.
side switch trip guard. That was so slick. So what Spaceboy did there was smell the jump instead of a typical anti-air, which my scrubby ass was looking for. He dashed to get under, and if you do a jumping attack and you land, there's extra frames of recovery, and he punished the trip guard perfectly.
Oh, no confirm.
Oh, no,
Don't throw the fireball. You saw this.
Do not throw it. Do not throw it. Do not throw it. See, now Zap knows he can't throw it, so he's threatening by throwing a bunch.
Why are you putting yourself in a -2 situation?
You getting clipped.
Why would you do that?
Maybe he's setting up the narrative for -2 DP. He does
He
play
didn't have
Ken.
more. He didn't have more.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
He didn't have both.
Okay, but never mind. Maybe it's just a read.
Oh man, don't let the momentum of the 2 games in a row. You need to take it 1 round at a time, not 1 game at a time.
Ooh, okay, maybe. Look at that. Look at the payoff. You get like what, 30 damage, 20 damage, but you risk him fucking. Oh my gosh. See, I don't like this activation. Now you're just trying to break even on the neutral game, right? See, look, Zaf's like, okay.
Oh,
put your fucking trigger on this. Look, see, now he doesn't have pressure to get in.
Did you
Like,
see how? This character when she dashes is on ice skates. Like, what? I can't see.
Some Colleen shit, right?
I cannot see it.
Dude,
Wow. What
so many jump-ins.
What a drop from Spaceboy. You win 2 matches that you absolutely needed to win, could start building up momentum, and then you have the momentum, you have the life lead. And rather than just waiting for the V trigger and that slowness, see, people don't want to wait for the clock to go down. Sometimes you have to realize you got to wait for the clock to go down. That's how you're going to win.
Yeah, play the clock sometimes, you know?
Beefy.
Let's go!
Oh, beefy hit. Beefy.
Hit you on your forehead. Oh. Okay, huge shimmy.
I got hit.
Yeah.
She teleported.
Please grab loop the fuck out of Zaf, please. Do it again. Show. Oh, come on, man. I think I saw Chris CCH do it last night at Wednesday Night Fights, but he was like, he had 4 grabs in a row in the corner, and he was committed to just doing that till death. And that's the type of like committal shit you need, you know? Especially in the first to 10, you have enough games to create that narrative of like, I'll fucking do it. I'll grab you 10 times in a row.
Right.
Zaf has full screen to work with. What is Spaceboy, please? Oh my god. Zaf sniffed that he was scraping for some form of momentum. Got the DP. Get caught pressing buttons.
Nice round. Nice round from Zaferino on that.
Damn, dude.
I'm surprised to see that it's 7-3 as well. I mean, these matches have been close.
Yeah, I like it.
Look at it again, last round.
Yeah, score-wise, like, you know, when you look at scores, like, yeah, it's kind of like you kind of don't think it's a good match, but then each of these matches are going down to like what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. There's actually a zoning game.
Oh,
too early on the, that's where he needs to DP anti-air. Oh my god, stop with the squirrely.
No.
Stop with the squirrely shit. Oh, if he DP'd there. Oh my god. Oh, good side switch. Okay.
Not enough though. You gotta throw him a lot of times.
And Zaf has a DP, so you know he can always threaten that. Yeah, this ain't looking hot. Zaf's chilling.
Wow, what a jump in.
I think Spaceboy's zoning game is kind of, well, you don't want to play a full zoning game because you're going to lose against Sagat, but then the zoning game to kind of break even, to open up other opportunities, like Spaceboy's just been getting red on it. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Not looking too hot for our hero, man. Taking every second possible. Heat check?
I would say a heat check, hopefully.
This is a heat check, please. Oh, yep. All right.
We got one.
Yep. Start the 2-minute timer.
All right. Well, I mean, let's just talk about it right now. What we've been seeing. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So Zaferino has established the obstacle course game so fucking cold that now he's jumping in. He's conditioning Spaceboy to realize that, okay, you got to break even in neutral here. And as soon as he sniffs it, he goes, okay, no more fucking obstacle course. I'm fucking jumping in. He's landed so many fucking jump-ins. And the position in which he's jumping in is that weird kind of spacing where Spaceboy has to decide in a high pressure situation where crouch fierce for the close anti-air or light punch or medium punch DP for the a little further anti-air. And the previous jump Zaf got in, Spaceboy bet crouch fierce, but then it was just out of space, and then he got fucking jumped in on. Like, what are you gonna do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does Spaceboy need to do? Like, Zaf has been neutralizing his V trigger. Ugh.
I think that Spaceboy needs to recognize that a lot of his losses has been in the last round, and mainly due to him being impatient. He's been taking a lot of unnecessary risks, and they haven't worked out for him as much as he has hoped for them to work out. So you have to realize that you got to play. You have to recognize that you're losing because you're getting yourself killed very quickly and being too antsy, and you got to just slow it down, be willing to breathe more. I find that like breathing in situations like that really helps out, because I just tell my mind like, hey, take it slower. There's been so many times where you even called it out, like the squirreliness that we've seen from Spaceboy. I feel like if he wasn't as squirrely, he could give Zaf like more fear inside of the neutral and on offense. You know, like it's definitely going down to the last round, but if I'm more confident than you and I smell fear in you, then I'm not going to be giving up the last round like that. You know, I expect you to fuck up in the last round because you're going to choke and I'm not.
Yeah, I think you know, the neutral, obviously everyone needs to play a little neutral in Street Fighter 5 regardless of what people think of triggers.
Right.
I call it the dead zone, where it's just like, you know, when we were playing yesterday, we knew both options, but both of us weren't doing anything. And I think Spaceboy doesn't have enough experience to be able to stay in that dead zone, where it's just like he's always trying to counter something, but sometimes chill. Represent that you're waiting to chill and you're also down to wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the philosophy of doing nothing is still doing something. And
yeah,
that's very relevant in fighting games.
Yeah, doing nothing is representing that they should do something, right? And once you represent that, then like that's another layer that they got to think about. And then, you know, in a 1st to 10, you gotta be able to build your layers. Like you're building a fucking cake, you know. And then if one layer is not that great, it's cool. Like you're still building and building. The final product's what you want. And Spaceboy has been building the same fucking layer, like super high committal, looking for the hard read. Like, I mean, the hard reads he's been doing, it's not even high reward. It's like he's getting like 20 damage, but the negative is like you're point blank negative for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason.
And I wanted to mention that dead zone that you're talking about, that of just both players doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that accumulates a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And
like,
when you see somebody crack, when you see somebody being squirrely, it's because they cannot handle the pressure of having to play solid. You have to play perfect, where I cannot make a mistake. That neutral forces you to be under a lot of pressure, and we usually see players pop.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that like when you're playing against a zoner and you're not doing anything, you got to understand that it's a huge commitment for them in this fucking version of the game to throw a fireball. So if you change your mindset away from like, okay, I got to deal with this fucking obstacle course, this is bullshit. No. It works both ways. Like you got to also think like, if this motherfucker wants to throw a fireball, there's a threat that I'll jump in and he might lose the entire fucking game, right?
Yes.
So you got to change your mentality away from like, I'm running the course or I'm going to bust through this fucking course.
Nice back throw. Nice back throw. There you go.
Who wins the death? Like,
good round from Spaceboy. Good dominating round. Look at that juggle. Antsiness.
Oh my, okay. See,
you win a beautiful round and then you just
like
get unnecessary risk.
Getting ahead of yourself, you know? Getting ahead of yourself. Just, I think Spaceboy could benefit a lot from just practicing from now on with someone that's down to play in that dead zone. Yeah. I think the longer your endurance in the dead zone is, oh my gosh, it'll help you so much as a player. It helps you so much in recognizing, like, you know, the typical online squirrely fucker. I promise you, if you practice playing in that dead zone, you go online, immediately your win rate against random online players are going to go up. Because all online players do is that they're always go, right? But when you stop the entire pace, like, they don't know what to do. Like, represent, like, show me every option, right? Show me all your options first.
Wow, what a nice jump from Zaferino. Oh man, that could have been punished, right? Wow, okay, good jump.
Huge jumping.
Yeah, he's not even converting off of that.
Oh, the fireball is slightly too fast for the juggle into DP.
See, that's how you know that he's not even confirming it, and he was actually just doing the grounded one rather than the air one. What's the guaranteed back throw on that? That's a guarantee back throw.
Man, when you're behind this much in the set, like if I'm Zap, I'm like I might just throw some wild ass fucking DPs out there just to fuck it, right? I want to make you stress out on all your pressure streams.
Wow.
Please die, please die. Spaceboy, you need this.
Don't go for the overhead, dog.
Don't do-
Wow.
don't do-
Why? But why? Why go for the fireball? Why
If he
go?
did that fireball slightly late, that was medium kick into trigger into super, you're dead.
Not even that. But we've seen Zaf throw V-trigger fireballs
Just
neutral.
Yeah, just fucking doing it.
That would have clipped him. Why would you take the risk?
It's okay. Well, like, I hope he recognizes that he just got away with fucking murder and he changes it up. Or starts off 99-second jump again. Oh my god.
The jump tots was not really working out for Space
I
Boy.
don't like that. Yeah, Zap. See, now if you're Zap, you're like, oh, you want to play Squirrely. Okay. Let me tell you this right now. Squirrely is a zoner's favorite type of style to play against. You want to play fucking Squirrely? Okay, fucking dash check anti-air. That's all I need to do. My gear is so simple now. All I have to do is fucking jab check or anti-air. And you're going to fucking hang yourself.
Wow.
The drops?
Two key drops.
Nice, I like that. So that was a space where Crouch Fierce would whiff, smelled it, burn a meter just to get it.
Look at this.
Look for the confirm. Oh my god, the whip punish, Crouch medium kick with the Crouch Fierce, or Crouch Sweep.
Bet Zaf is gonna jump. Oh my god.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, no confirms. Zap doesn't have any meter.
The fireball.
Stand medium kick is imminent. Stand medium kick's imminent.
You have life lead. You just gotta be more patient. There's 35 seconds.
Yeah, he walked up.
You don't have to walk up. He has to walk up or take the risk with a fireball. In that situation, you know you have to already deal with the fireball game. You just gotta be prepared mentally to make the right read.
I really like that sweep. Reacted to the stand. Ooh, so slick. Oh, see, he's getting antsy. Zap doesn't care. I'll block all it. Ooh, nice.
He needed that. Wow.
You don't need that. He did not need that one.
Oh, lucky break miracle.
No meter from Zap. You gotta pressure now. Don't let him out. Okay. Now your neutral is completely stiff. He could just threaten the fucking.
Oh man, that was like, why?
Why?
Why would he throw that way?
Why?
I mean, see, it's like in that situation, if it's me, I know there's 43 seconds. Sagat just activated V trigger. I just gotta block. I gotta block somehow. I don't have any life to take any risks, so I gotta block and find an opening. We're not seeing that done towards the end of the round.
Round 1.
99-second jump again. No, okay, he learned. 99-second jump.
This neutral's not working out for her.
This is crazy, bro.
I mean, this has just been a clear display of who's the better player when the pressure's on the line.
Yeah.
You know?
Who has more gears? And it's done.
I mean, Spaceboy, he's been putting up a fight, but it's like it's felt like it's always coming from behind. He's fighting from behind. You know, he has a lot of catching up to do, and you're not gonna be able to win a set like that, a long set against somebody who's already confident playing against you.
Yeah, I mean it's hard, dude. First to 10, like that's why I noted that one of Zap's strengths is self-awareness, because if you can't see where you're fucking up, it's gonna feel like your opponent's a god, you know. But in reality, your mental state is assisting you.
Oh yeah.
Clean sweep.
Hey, got a lucky break right there.
Wake up, DP. Do it. No.
Man.
Oh,
Zaf believes he could win this round.
so Zap's looking for a couple more chip fireballs, and then the trait. Yeah. Now he's trying to chip a little more. Okay.
Good.
Ooh. So Zap was building up to get him within super kill range, and then he was saving the trigger for a confirm. So he was trying to mount that, but Spaceboy smelled it. Nice confirm.
That was a good whip punish on that.
Nice. Okay. Chill, chill, chill. Don't do anything stupid. Yeah, there it is. Just chill, just chill. Okay. You got screen space. Just chill, just chill. You made him burn a meter. That's huge. Okay.
Man, beast.
Ooh, let's go. What you got? What you got? Ooh, was that a setup? Chill, chill, chill.
What a DP, bro.
Yeah, you gave him trigger. You gave him trigger. Bro. Okay.
He's walk under.
He's walking under. Bro, okay, so my scrubby ass is looking for crouch fierce anti-air for the basic bitch. This guy just knows his walk speed is so good. He's walking under and trip guard punishing him. That's so fucking slick. That's actually fucking slick
right now.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
See, it's not like a complete wash. It's just been that last
bro.
round.
In tournament, this is 2-1. This is 2-1. You know. But you know, since this is spread out over a first to 10, it really is representative of who has more endurance, who is aware of the gears in this game and how to churn them.
God, you can't mess up like that.
He's gonna do something stupid right here. He's gonna do some fucking hurricane. Yep, right there. I told you. He's gonna do something stupid right here.
Handed it. He just handed so much damage.
Yeah, he's gonna do something stupid. I told you. He did a fucking straight up B trigger roll for no reason.
They didn't even confirm it. It all started with that whiff DP in the corner on the other side. Now you got to play this game, and it's not in your favor.
No, Zap just gave up a DP though, so if Spaceboy can just find one in. Oh yeah.
He's about to build that bars.
Wow, Zap's gonna go in. Zap smells blood.
Bet somebody's gonna jump. He has to.
Where's the pressure?
Yeah, see, you don't play a fireball game right there. You threaten, am I gonna jump or not?
Yeah, exactly.
With Sakura, you don't have the fireball for that.
Exactly. So that was a range I told you guys about, where you're in a range where you can poke, but instead you threaten the poke because you want them to counter poke with the fireball, and then that's when you find the jump in. Oh my God! Roundhouse, preemptive roundhouse for the anti-air. Oh, another one! Stop jumping, son! Oh, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something squirrely right here. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Oh, I got hit with fireball. I'm full screen. Yep. See, if I'm Zap, I take every throw in the world right now, right? If I'm Zap, I take every throw in the fucking world. Or Tech.
We see Tech right there, but you're right, Danny. He should have taken all the throws.
Okay. Bro, he can take... Okay.
This is... It's going to be hard to beat Zap right now.
I definitely don't believe.
Yeah, look at the read on that. Again, like Zap's just been on point with what Spaceboy wants to do. It hasn't been enough for Spaceboy. He's gotten a few hits, but Zap's defensive reads have just been so much better.
Check. Oh,
ends it on the stagger, walk back, shimmy. Caught him short.
Sagat win.
Wow.
Good games.
GG's.
That was good shit.
All right, let's get these fuckers in here. I have some questions. I have a lot of questions. GG's.
It's good shit to Zaf.
Very good.
You guys enjoyed that set.
I sure did.
Let's see some ones in the chat if you guys enjoyed that set from Zaf and Spaceboy.
Bro. That was slick. Exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pace. You know, it took up that whole hour.
Nice. Was that the whole hour?
Yeah,
Oh, it was.
nice.
Man, you know,
It could have gone further too. It could have gone
honestly,
further.
when someone hits 9 wins, I get a little depressed.
Same, because I wanted to be.
Do you guys feel that too? I hate it when the set's about to win. I really never want it to end. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good.
We got the champion here, Zaf.
All right, let's wait for Spaceboy. Fuck, that was clean as fuck.
Zaf, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, for sure. We're just waiting on Spaceboy to hop in real quick.
Yo, I'm too light skinned for this shit, man. Don't be making me blush, alright?
You don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want to.
Oh, I can turn on my camera? I be put a shirt on. Fuck.
Oh no, you don't. I mean, you don't have to. You just said. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh no. I was just saying because of the compliment. But,
Oh no, bro. You played godlike. You played absolutely godlike.
you know, you're one of the GOAT Shoto players, so you know what I'm saying? Coming
No,
from you?
that was a great display of your your fireball game. Your anti-airs were phenomenal. I mean, to have like an 8 out of 10 rate on your anti-airs, and the jump-ins that did get in were just like one of those where the other person has to jump. You know, most of your DPs were awareness, cross-cut, deep type DPs, and those are not easy to come by, and that just showed the type of dominance that you had in the neutral. That's what I was saying too, was that like Spaceboy wasn't able to really crack the neutral, and I feel like he didn't give you enough fear in the neutral, which made you just so much more confident to be able to anti-air and throw your fireball game. And you also had some confident jump-ins on yourself because you could smell him wanting to like slow it down a bit, you know? That was a really good recognition. I wanted to highlight something though. You're at first when you guys were playing, he seemed to get away with a lot of delay buttons against you and like caught you whiff and throw and shit, but literally as the set progressed, your understanding of how he was approaching you was phenomenal, dude. Like you had correct reads on interruption, jabs, shorts, DPs, all of that. So I wanted to highlight that. That shit was really nice.
Okay, so first of all, Spaceboy's in the mix now. So fucking good showing, boys. Fucking very satisfying match to watch. Very, very satisfying. So we'll start with you, Spaceboy, first. What do you think this matchup is? And then what were some of the things going through your head during that entire set?
I think it's very much even, but like the whole time I was just like, how the hell do I open this guy up? He's playing defense like really like excellently. Like to be honest, I came in mostly confident because usually I feel like I'm pretty confident against him in tournament, but that doesn't matter in sets sometimes. Sometimes it's winning the first or two in tournaments is the same thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think right now I think today he's just the much better player. 10-5 isn't too bad, but it's still very clean. It's a very clean win.
I think I think scores in the first to 10 don't tell the entire story sometimes, because I like 10-5 is theoretically just a 2-1 in pools, right? It's still pretty fucking close. But I think the general games where you won, or the rounds where you won to make it like a close match, like you had to like kind of dig yourself out of the grave every single time. And I think in the first to 10, you only have so much mental endurance to do that. Whereas Zap, if, like you said earlier, if you get a couple like game lead, then you can start doing some stupid shit, right? Like Zap got like 3 jump-ins after he built that obstacle course. He just threw the obstacle course away, convincing you that you need a fireball, and he started.
Yeah, he's really good at that. He's really great at that.
I think the pacing. Well, just for me and Chris, I think the main thing we want to see you improve is I think your confirms are really good. I think your pressure is good. I just think you need more experience in like we call it the dead zone, where you just don't do anything. I think well, obviously in the first to 10, when you get into your own head, it's just kind of like fuck, you know. That's why one of the staff strengths I put down was he's just self-aware. I think understanding what gear your opponent's on compared to like what gear you're using and why the interaction is fucking you up is like super and fucking important. And so instead of like, trying to make a hard read, you can just simply change a gear, and then the flow of the match will kind of dictate differently. You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah, I get you.
Zaferino, let's pick your brain, baby. Man, so do you think this matchup is 5-5 as well?
Honestly, I think Sakura might have a slight advantage because if you look at the numbers, like in terms of her fireball, her recovery is pretty obnoxious. It's in the 30s, and her the startup of her fireball, right, is like 15 frames, but the recovery of her fireballs, the level 1 versions, are like in the 30s. So in terms of just like, there's certain ranges where if I don't high shot, if I go for a low shot game, she's gonna just dominate me with level 1 fireballs, right? So I have to start committing to high shots. But the thing about high shots, right, is if you crouch, right,
yeah,
it's
you
like
crouch,
right, it just goes over your head, and so I have to somehow convince the opponent to just get comfortable with doing riskier fireballs, right? So this is my thing. Can I talk about like the matchup?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is this, right? When Spaceboy, the thing that he got to improve on is that he's so good at like, the hit confirms and stuff like that when things are going in his favor, right? But when things are neutral, the way you said it was perfect, the dead zone, right? Because a lot of players in this game especially, they know how to play big moves, but they don't know how to play in increments.
Exactly. They don't. I mean, they love it. They love it when the fucking when the entire house is already built. But then when you got to build it up, you're like, oh fuck. Like, wait, what? I don't have trigger. Like, what's going on? You know. And I think not a, like very few people have it. I think all, like, you know, if you're getting invited to heat check, everyone I invite on heat check has it, but it's just a matter of like how much of it do you have, and on top of that, what, because like it boils down to mental endurance, right? And then the longer you got to play dead zone, the more it drains on you, and then especially if you have a lead like you did, Zaf, it's like when you play the dead zone, when you have the lead, like it's draining your opponent like 10 times more, you know. But also on the other side of the spectrum, I was talking about the analogy of, like, for example, when you're losing to a zoner super bad, it feels like the entire world's against you, right? You can't fucking jump. Like a fireball, you know, I'm just getting chipped out. Like, I got to make a big move. But in reality, it's the same side of the coin, because every single fireball you have to throw is a threat, right? And I'm pretty sure you feel that too. Like, every time you throw a fireball, it's a decision to represent something. But every single one of those representations could be like, you know, Spaceboy got a couple jump-ins. That's a fucking half-screen corner carry and situation. So I think changing your mindset when fighting against a zoner is really important. From fuck, I'm getting zoned out, or like, no, wait. It's not just me getting zoned out. I'm gonna put so much pressure on him to build the perfect obstacle course, because if I break it in once, he's gonna fucking die. And I think changing your mentality like that, playing against a zoner, is like super fucking important.
Yeah, Danny, that was dope insight. Like, I'm glad that you and Chris, you know, some of the most cerebral players in the scene, are like collabing for this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because your insight helps me too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like I'm like, you know, people aren't just watching and then, you know, casually participating, whatever. It's like you guys offer so much for the players too. You know, I'm not just playing and then getting it over with. It's like I'm taking away what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So Chris, for you specifically, because listen, I have admired your, no bullshit, I admire your Shoto game, right? It's ridiculous. The way you were fucking winning with Ken made no fucking sense to me. So I take that with Sagat. Like, you know, granted, I don't have like consistent offense, but it's still possible. You know, it's still, I could still kind of manage it. But like, I feel like our scene in the US especially is really weak against fireballs. So, and the reason is because of that dead zone shit, where our scene, it could be a society thing too, where it's like instant gratification. People want it now. I want it now, right? And a testament to that is, remember, I think it was the second to last match against Spaceboy, where I did 3 roundhouses in a row. After blocks on
preemptive anti-air.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to go for the jugular and like shatter whatever confidence he had left. You know, especially in a set like that. I think that's really important. That's why I did that. Is because I noticed he wasn't playing in increments. He was playing for the home run every single time. So he wasn't playing base by base by base. So, you know, because in baseball, right, you could hit 4 singles and it's a score, but or you could do a home run, and it's like in this game, a lot of players want to go for the home run all the time.
And I think the hallmark of like a really good player, like the top level players, it seems like they almost have infinite endurance with the dead zone. And like, as soon as you unlock that like kind of dead zone play, like when me and Chris play, we both know, like, immediately it just gets into the dead zone. And then it's honestly like, we don't really care about the guess situation. Like at that point, the Oki situation, it is what it is. I'm gonna make a decision, whatever. But then what we pride ourselves on and what we're playing for is like the dead zone. And then I think if Spaceboy if you develop that just even slightly and just get a little more comfortable with just fucking doing nothing. I mean, sometimes it's hard, you know, just not.
Your character moves like a fucking Sonic, you know, like you can't have any control. It's like she promotes you to want to be antsy.
Yeah, and however you want to do pressure, you know, like for me, when I look at Oki, like obviously I'm a Geef player, like Oki's like everything. For me, when I loop someone or when I kill someone, I don't really, I have stopped caring about that like years ago. It's like it's gonna happen, right? Like I'm gonna kill someone like here and there, but then how, like being really cerebral on like why I got hit, my entire approach, why did I jump there, like what was representing like why I needed to do something, and like staying in the dead zone and not just like, you know, letting it drain you, but then getting in that dead zone and then just like using it to think like, okay, what's my next move? Because I think up until like maybe a year or two ago, I was like just gear 6, just fucking, I'm going in, I'm fucking killing you, I'm one-shotting you every time. And then eventually, you know, when people kind of sniffed my play style, I started losing a lot, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I can't mix people anymore. And then like your reputation as a player, it ultimately dictates how people play against you, you know. And then like I think if you represent a higher plethora of options against every opponent, then the footage that people look up, you know, like when they Google Spaceboy or whatever, like they can't really get a good read on it. And I think and I think representing that as a whole to like the public will change how people play against you in general as well. Just representing you have different options, you know.
Gotcha.
All right. Anyways, any last words from either of you guys?
I just want to say thank you guys for the opportunity, just for reaching out and asking me to be a part of this. That's very humbling because I still don't consider myself to be where I want to be, but these like invitationals and stuff like that, it motivates me because, you know, I'm human, so sometimes I get hard on myself, especially online, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chris is passionate, he understands, so it's like, you know, you put your all into it and then you're not getting the results you seek, or, you know, you have high standards. It's very easy.
Oh yeah, it's a perfectionist mind's biggest nightmare, you know.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I appreciate anyone that comes on here because, you know, essentially you're going up against another human who has played the exact same game, has been training to be unbeatable, and then you're putting up everything you've worked for against another human that's just put everything they worked for too, and it's dope. And I think a big component that the U.S. is missing is that teamwork aspect. If I remember, I got inspired by doing this because Itazan told me like how they train and they talk to each other all the time about like what the other person can do, and I feel like in Street Fighter 5 in the US, like we don't have that. We don't have that cerebral.
Yeah, they just say
harder,
GGs and that's it.
But it is a lot harder though. You got to understand that like 95% of top players live in Tokyo, and they live within, like, their online is ridiculous, so they are in constant communication with each other.
True.
Whereas we can't really, like, imagine if I could play Smug on a daily, or Do on the daily, or Punk if he was in the East Coast on the daily, you know, shit would just be a lot different. But
like that's the vibe I get from the US. I mean, like, we're all cool with each other in that, but then when it really comes to like sitting down and telling someone how to beat you, like it's uncomfortable, you know, because you're thinking about the next tournament, like, okay, well, you know, I still got this.
You know
what I mean? I didn't hit him with this SPD setup.
We're greedy.
Get his ass, you know. But I think that hurts the US as a whole, and ultimately we're going to be up against the internationals, so.
And they're ready.
Yeah, they're fucking ready. So I think a collective unity for the U.S. is very much needed. All right. Anyways, boys.
Danny, before we go, yeah. So thank you to you, especially for taking the initiative and establishing this for the scene, man. Because that shit is so necessary, you know. And it's crazy that it took this long for something like this to happen.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's so simple, right? It's just like, you know what? I'm friends with all the fucking pros. Like, let me just fucking hit them up. Like, it all started because I just love watching first to tens. You know, I just want to watch. And then, like, how come no one has done this yet? You know, we love the Daigo Tokido match. I was like, let's just fucking do it, but all the time. Let's talk about the matchup. Let's help people improve, right? It's fucking critical for like everyone's growth, and it's also just a different way to look at the game as well.
And last thing, I just want to say thank you to Spaceboy for pushing me and making me a greater player every time I play him, because he forces me to face my failures and face my weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? That shit's hard, but to beat a player like him, you gotta fucking do it. So
I think
you're returning the favor today, though.
Hey, calm like a bitch.
Yeah. Spaceboy, you owe him a fucking salty ass defeat where he, you know when you're on stream and you're salty, like you're trying to not act like you're salty, like, oh, yep, good games, yep, I could have did that better. You're fucking clenching your fist. Yeah, I think you owe him one at NLBC or some shit, you know?
Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah.
All right, so I think we're gonna cut it off for today. But before we leave, we do have the announcement for the last fight on the East. So Gabe, you want to get that ready for them? So the last fight for the East before we take a 1 week break, and I can kind of organize the next row of fights better, because I've been getting way too many requests. Next fight is going to be Shine and Neon. So as beautiful as this zoning game has been, I need to go back to my junk food. I need to see some fucked up shit. I need to see Ibuki bullshit, and I need to see that little bitch Neon do his just lab it V trigger 2. You know, you just gotta lab Colleen, and I'm really curious on some of his lab tips he has for us to deal with V trigger 2 Colleen, because you know I went to the lab, I couldn't find too much on it besides like you get fucked up, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious on what Neon has to say about this trigger and the insight on how to defeat it. But yeah, without further ado, thank you, Mr. Chris Tatarian, for always being by my side. The insight's always appreciated. Mr. Zero Loyalty, the Alfred to my Batman, handles all this shit so I could fucking just bullshit on stream with Chris. And of course, thank you, Spaceboy and Zaferino, for participating. Much appreciated.
You guys.
You guys are the greatest.
Take care.
Have a good
All
one,
right.
everyone.